Hey, I'm live on YouTube. I'm trying to go live on Instagram too. Give me guys 1 second just to do this. We're making some keto Philly cheese steak with miracle noodles. Yeah, all right. So I think I did that. I think I'm live. I think we're live on both. And as I said, I got a lot going on here. I'm going to try to bring this camera down a little bit without it falling. I got YouTube over here. I'm looking at my screen down on the counter over there. I got my phone and I'm on Instagram Live. Kim Darcy, hey there. Hope everything's well. Like, I'm trying to take this summer starting this week and moving forward, putting some stuff together. So like, hey, I haven't put my food stuff up there. Hey, Sarita, hope everything's all right. Hope you're enjoying the summer. Hope everyone's healthy down there. I'm making, I want to call it breakfast. It's 10:30. I'm taking forever because I'm playing with video and tech and social media. And I'm making some miracle noodles, ziti style. If you guys haven't heard of it or used it before, it's made with shirataki, and it's pretty good. So let me drop that in the garbage and tell you that the first thing you should do when making those is you got to put them in a colander, rinse them out a little bit. It's about a minute on cold water. The water's been boiling, so I'm going to drop that in there and just boil. What's cool about Miracle Noodles, Miracle Noodles has a lot of cool things, man. Because one, Miracle Noodles has, like, I'm going to say 0 calories. I don't know if it's 70 calories a pack, 35 calories a pack. I'm making 2 packs, and I'll show you what I got going up afterwards. And here's the cool part. Forget that it has very few calories. I don't really count calories so much. I count macros, and I'm still not even tracking, and that's another story for another day. But, like, I had some leftover steak. And leftover steak I cut up, cubed up. I learned that microwaving good meat just isn't good. But cutting it up a little bit or not and sticking it back in a pan to refry it, to reconstitute it, using butter or whatever else, or like in this particular case, I may not add anything. That's a lie, because not only do I have some steak, I also have some cut up onions. So I got some cut up onions. I got some cut up steak. It's about 3 minutes to make the miracle noodles. You wash them for a minute. You boil them for 3 minutes. So I'm probably about a minute and a half. I'm going to give it another minute and a half, 2 minutes tops. It doesn't have to be exactly 3 minutes, but equally, you're going to cook it more afterwards. The directions on the package, what they say is to wash them for 1 minute, boil them for 3. When you open the package, just so you know, as much as I enjoy eating them, when you open the package, just so you know, they do not smell the nicest. They are some kind of plant. I haven't looked into it, but in my mind, I want to say like it's some sort of tuber, some sort of root that grows. I may be wrong, but I'm picturing like a water lily. And if you've ever seen that big, giant root, like white rooty thing, and they spiralize it into different shapes. So this is ziti. They make fettuccine. They make angel hair. They make rice. I just passed that on to a good friend of mine. I want to see how, if he uses it or if his dad uses it, that would be really, really cool. So you rinse it off to try to wash off some of the residue. It sits in a liquid in a package. Miracle Noodle doesn't require refrigeration. The Nasoya, Nasoya, Nasoya brand that I've been finding in Walmart, they are sold refrigerated. I don't know if they're required to be. I actually never looked at the packaging, but what I do know is that it smells a little bit less when you take it out of the refrigerator. And in fact, these ziti style miracle noodles were refrigerated because I had them for a little while and I stuck them in the fridge up here, so I had them close on hand. Most of them, the rest of them, are sitting downstairs in my pantry closet. in the basement, extra storage, which is pretty darn cool. So anyway, here we go, where surely I've hit 3 minutes or better. So I'm going to take this off. And all I'm going to do is go over to the sink and drop that into the colander. And now the fun part starts. So, you know, honestly, if I'm putting on like a total of, I don't know, 10 minutes to prep, cut the steak, cut the onions, wash, cook, and then throw it all in a pan. Now, I said I wasn't going to add fat. That's a lie because, oh my God, like this could be with butter. I like to render my bacon fat. If you guys want to keep it kosher or halal, you know, whatever meat you're using. I know the noodles are good, but you're not using rendered fat to fry up your onions, steak, whatever. So I'm going to put a little pad of, I'm not measuring it out, as I said. I'm just going to kind of put it in there, turn that extra light on so I got a little vision going on. Put that fat back in the fridge. My understanding of rendering fat is you could actually keep it right on the counter, and you don't have to keep it refrigerated. My feeling is you probably have to cook with it more often, use it more often. I have a lot that I just kind of stick there. I'll, you know, cook my stuff and leave it there for a while. I even have some lard rendered in the fridge. But I got to tell you, I like cooking better with bacon fat. I don't know what suet is, but I've read that it's pretty cool for baking needs. I've cooked with chicken fat when I use the air fryer and cook chicken in there, particularly wings, and I render that. Oh my God, that is really good. And that I try to keep on hand, but I used it up last time I made liver. So anyway, here we go. So what's next? I got my little bit of pat of fat in there. I got my onions. I'm going to turn that bad boy on. So just, if you can see, I'm not going to adjust that camera at all, but you've got a pretty good view. If you're on YouTube, you got a great view. Drop that into the sink. You can see my arm here. Maybe I got to work out a better camera for that. Talking about why am I cooking this and why do I cook this way? You know, we've been home for a while. I am not as thin as I used to be. I'm still pretty buff, but no, I need to trim down. I need to start tracking, and I was talking about that. However, now we're going to just talk about cooking and keto and some of the health benefits, aside from the fact that, oh my God, it tastes great. Aside from the fact that I don't hit those highs and lows anymore. Any of you guys still eating, and you eat a lot of, I don't want to say necessarily sugary stuff, but you eat a lot of stuff that has carbohydrates in it. So if you are a bread eater, even if you don't eat a lot of it, if you are a fruit eater and you eat particularly higher sugar fruits other than berries, if you eat potatoes and things like that, and you don't really govern how much, and you tend to eat a little bit more. And I know for me, that was definitely what was going on. I never really tracked my food. My dieting, what used to be dieting, wasn't really cool. Now, you might say, oh, Russ, you're on a very restricted diet. But what I'm going to say is, it's not a diet. This isn't when I'm done, I'll go back to eating other stuff. This is about the deeper I get into it, the more I enjoy it. The longer I eat it, the more I enjoy it. I don't know if you guys saw, I just put a plate down for my spatula and want to share that with you. This is about eating good food, tasty food, food that I feel is rich and satiating, fills my belly. And as I said, I don't get those highs and lows. Like, I may get hungry, and if I drink for a little while, it keeps me going. But if I eat 1 meal, 2 meals a day, I got to tell you, I like eating 2 meals a day. I prefer eating 2 meals a day. 1 meal a day, I've heard, with intermittent fasting is pretty good. I've done extended fasting for over a day, maybe just shy of 72 hours. It felt great. I've been on the fence about this summer, maybe hitting a point where I'm going to go at least that long, if not a little bit longer, just to see how it feels and clean myself out, to do more of a detox than anything. But right now, just talking about where steak and onions. I want to turn my blower on a little bit. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. It shouldn't be, but leave it kind of middle of the road, sort of. So anyway, you can see I got my steak and onions in here. It's coming up nice. I'm going to drop the heat down to medium because it's starting to caramelize and smelling pretty good, but I don't want it to smoke too much because I forgot to put one thing on, didn't I? And the one thing that I'm forgetting to put on, lest we not forget, is to put the noodles up on top. So I mentioned that these noodles have like very few calories, 35 or 70. I'm going to go look. I'm just curious. According to, oh boy, I got 5 calories per serving, 2 servings per container. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I got 20 calories for 2 of these bad boys. 1 pack is like 7 ounces. I'm guessing it's more like 5.5, 6 ounces because they add liquid in as well. And I know that they do count that equally. So anyway, what's really nice is 1, low calories. 2, some places even listed as negative carbohydrates. Shirataki, the actual ingredient is konjac. And what's amazing about konjac is, have you guys seen the commercials for like, what's that brand called? Lipazine or something? They sell lipazine, which is like some kind of konjac derivative. And this lipazine stuff, it's konjac. And I'd rather eat the noodles than pop pills and pay a lot for something that you can get for a little. These come anywhere from like $2.38 if you buy them by bulk, up to like $2.63 for a pack. So, you know, for this meal, if I do the math on this, I got 2 packs of shirataki. That's just shy of $5. I got an onion, not even $1, so or $6, right? And I got a steak, and that steak was a nice sized steak. I'm guessing it might be like an 8 steak. So for $13, I have more than enough for me. I may eat it all in 1 serving, and that'll take me all the way out. It's 10:43. I'll let it cool off a little bit, and I'll cook it out till I'll eat it by like 11:30 when it cools off. I don't like hot. Although I got to tell you, when it's warm, it tastes really good. I'm letting that cook up a little bit. I didn't say the third thing about the wonders of this is the shirataki noodles. They take the flavor of whatever you're making. In the title here, I did put Philly cheesesteak, right? So what I'm going to do, now that I have this all fried, the noodles have surely sucked up some of the juice, I turn the heat down way low, is I have one more ingredient, and that one more ingredient, and I got to tell you, it's not my favorite. Yeah, it does sound good, man. It does sound good. That one other ingredient that I like to put on is a little cheese. I generally try to buy the kosher cheddar cheeses that, any kosher grated cheese just has cheese and not other stuff like this. My wife picked up is a Kraft Mexican 4 cheese. Tastes good, don't get me wrong, but if you look at the carbohydrate count, it says it's 1 and it has no 0 sugar. And you know what the 1 is from? They put cellulose. All the grated cheese, unless you're buying kosher, they put cellulose in it, and it's for so it doesn't stick together. Honestly, I prefer to buy block cheeses and put it on, but today, sprinkle, and you guys should be able to see it. I'm not on the camera, but yeah, you can see it. So a little cheese on top, and then cover back on. Notice I don't have a square cover for my square pan. I have a cover, and it is what it is what it is. So I'm going to leave that for a minute. It's on medium low heat. I'm going to say hello. I think I said hi to Sarita and to Kim. We got Navajador out here too, Mr. Di Cristina. Hope you're doing well as well. Got to give you a call. Wife is back to work. I'll probably have a little bit extra time because there'll be less demands of me during the day, and I'm going to try to work on content as well as the class that I'm taking for this summer and get those workouts in as well. And I really want to share. Hey, did you see that? There's a boy over here and a girl over here, and they're just popping through and making some noise. Hungry. So that is my cue just to say, hey guys, I just want you to see, if you give me a minute or two, boys and girls, if you give me a minute or two, I'm going to let that just kind of sit up there for another minute or two on low heat. Let that cheese melt in. You want to take a quick look at it. I'll bring it up higher, then I'm going to put it back on the heat. Oh, look at that, man. Look how nice that is. And as I said, that is more than a serving. So, for me, the kids may try it. They're not a fan of it as much, although I will say my daughter likes the Miracle Noodles. She's eaten them before. And she's like, I want to go on a diet, Daddy. And what they don't understand, what I hope you understand, is when I'm talking about diet, I'm not talking about let's restrict and then go back to eating the same crap we did before. When I'm talking about diet, I'm talking about what I eat, what I put in my body, and it is vital to let go of that mentality of deprivation until you achieve a goal and reward yourself by putting the same garbage in that put you in a place where you needed to deprive yourself. So for me, when I'm eating low carb, for me, when I'm eating keto all the way, and I'll say that this is pretty keto what I'm cooking here today. And when I'm eating like that, it's vital to remember that this is satiating, rewarding, tasty food that I love to eat. And if you eat food like that, that is your diet. When we talk about animals, what's the animal's diet? What's the dog's diet? What's your horse diet? What's the diet of fish? When I teach science and we learn about the diet of animals, no one talks about putting animals on a diet. It's what they eat. A tiger eats meat. Is that a diet? No, it's what it eats. Well, here we are as humans, and we eat a lot of stuff that's processed. And if it's as simple as that, if you're just getting rid of processed food, if you're just getting rid of added sugar, and you still want to eat some things that have sugar in it, for me, I try to get rid of it all in terms of anything that metabolizes to sugar in my body. It just doesn't feel good, and that's really what I want to leave you on. So, beautiful meal, nicely melted. Oh my God, that looks so good. I'm going to show you one last view of that. I'll post a picture of it when I plate it up later, add a little salt and pepper on it. And I just got to tell you that eating like this is awesome. For those of you who've tried it, keep coming, man. It works and it feels good. And it's not about not eating. It's about just eating differently. It's not about deprivation. It's not what you have to give up. It's what you're gaining. And for me, what I'm gaining is health, a better handle on my hunger. I still battle some comfort eating issues, and that's more this issue as opposed to in my tummy. But you know what? This is a journey. It's progress, not perfection. And each and every day is going to that end goal. And that end is that I want to be healthy. And you saw these little ones running around behind me. I'm going to go make them brunch. It's 10:50. They had a little something before, but just some hot cocoa. So now it's time to make some food for them. I got my brunch made as well. You saw it. It looks beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a beautiful day. It's a sunny day. It's hot and muggy out there. You got a pool, go jump in it. Got some air conditioning, go stay in it. Get some sun, enjoy the day, have a beautiful day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It's all about the attitude. So make it the best you can. And peace, love, blessings, and see you all soon.